Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Thanks for tuning back in and watching my show. I'm not feeling well today. I'm having a dental issue in the back of my mouth. My tongue is all swollen up and everything. So if I'm talking weird, that's why. And I am talking weird. I can hear it. But I wanted to hop on and make a video anyway because I'm just sitting here relaxing, watching some YouTube, and I'm watching RT. Breaking the Set with Abby Martin. She's one of my favorite journalists at the moment. Love her to death. Check her out at Abby Martin on Twitter as well. But she has a couple of guests on her show in just a moment. I'm going to show you a clip. And they're talking about animal rights. And a long time ago when Braden was an infant, I was very much into animal rights activism. I am a vegetarian. I'm not vegan. I do think about the choices that I make every day and how they affect the animals and the planet, and how whatever material it is in front of me that I'm consuming, I think about how it got to me, how it became what it is, and all the steps along the way. Anyhow, animal rights was one of my big things, and also human rights. When Braden was an infant, I was campaigning for Tenzin Delek Rinpoche. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. He was a Tibetan monk, political prisoner, whom still no one has heard from, and it's probably been about, I want to say 30 years for him now, because that was almost a decade ago, and it had been, so maybe 20 years. But anyway, the point is, the reason I have the balls to protest and go out and have these demonstrations like the one coming up at the courthouse at the end of March, the reason I have the balls to even do that, or the know-how to even do that, is because of animal rights. I used to protest against KFC. I protest against the sale of fur in my local mall, and I would just, any opportunity I had to protest animal rights, I would do it, because they don't have a voice and they need a voice, and I was willing to be that voice. So here's an article, or a segment from Abby Martin's show Breaking the Set on RT. So after watching this segment, I just wanted to get back to my roots of animal rights and just say that this is something that needs to be addressed 20, 30, 40 years ago. It's not possible for us to all keep eating meat and to keep getting it from factory farms like this. It's not possible for the planet or the people to survive that way. We can't mass produce animals, and we can't mass produce enough meat to feed the demand of our country. So anyway, this is some horrible shit. So if you're sensitive to animal type stuff, just fast forward it a little bit.
Alright, joining us now are two favorite comedians from the show Redacted tonight on RT America. John F. O'Donnell, Lee Camp, thanks so much for coming on, you guys.
Thanks.
So let's talk about factory farming, Lee. I know that you're a vegetarian. What was it exactly that turned you in? Was it the giant football field-sized troughs full of pig feces and urine?
Yeah, it was that. It was that. No, I mean, when I stopped eating meat like 10, 12 years ago, it's like I wasn't eating like nice prime steak. I was eating like most Americans, this horrible, fried cowiness or whatever it is. It's terrible stuff. And now they have these ag-gag laws making it so you can't even take photos. You can't take film of what's going on in these places, because if people knew, they'd be horrified.
Oh yeah.
Because think about what we ban filming in our country. It's like child porn and like police brutality in some states. You can't film the police, and then this. So do you think it's good? Do you think it's nice stuff going on in these factory farms?
Yeah, and they're also spraying all that stuff all over the neighbors in these farms, which
That's
is really
crazy,
cool
because they don't know what to do with it. It's just rivers of crap.
Why not? I mean, they gotta put it somewhere, right? John, another food issue that you gross, guys.
Yeah, hilarious stuff.
Hilarious. John, another food issue that you've been on top of.
Yeah.
House Resolution 4432, the Safe and Accurate Food Labeling Act. I mean, it's amazing. Aren't you stoked that our government finally cares about food labeling?
Yeah, I would be stoked if that wasn't
yeah.
the most Orwellian sounding thing I've heard since the right to work bill or the right to farm or some other thing that I could have come up with, whatever. This is the thing. This is the thing about that, okay? What this is actually doing, 61 big agri corporations are lobbying for this thing. The first, number one, is PepsiCo. The second is the GMA, the Grocery Manufacturers Association. Number three is Monsanto. If Monsanto's in third place, if the evil Monsanto is in third, and these two are beating, I mean, that's like beating Roger Federer in his prime. You know, it's an amazing, amazing feat. And what this thing would do, it would make it illegal for states to pass their own GMO labeling laws, because there has to be a federal standard. But if that federal standard is infiltrated by, big agri that's kind of compromised the USDA, the FDA, Congress, all of that stuff, it's just a terrible thing. I mean, Vermont, they worked so hard to pass this thing, and it would roll it back.
That's insane. So you're saying that they actually don't care about us?
No. Yeah, I think maybe you would have picked that up at this point. I mean, how did you get your finger on the pulse of this stuff?
You're breaking my heart, John.
What am I going to do? All right, I quit. But I mean, speaking of things that probably cause cancer other than processed foods, probably should be labeled. A new report from the Campaign for Healthier Solutions found that unsafe chemicals like lead are in 80% of products sold in dollar stores.
Wow. And if we
once
hard,
again,
we can get that up to 100%.
We're really trying. There's a petition out right now to get that, to advocate for that. But I mean, are you?
So there's a lot of things that we need to wake up to that starts with animal rights, because we have our rights being walked all over when animals have their rights being walked all over. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.